This time on Street Rat Garage, we are back again with the 1977 Chevy Hippie van, trying to get it ready to go to Hot Rod Power Tour. Let's get started. So I had this van on a previous episode of Street Rat Garage, and we did a few things to it. We added some side pipes, we added some curb fillers, and we did something else that I can't remember what we did, but it's on the channel, so you can go back through the playlists and look at the previous video we did on this van and see what all we did. Oh, we added air shocks. That was what we did. Side pipes, curb fillers, air shocks, and yeah, some little things to get this back on the road. Well, actually, it was already on the road, just to make it a little bit more boogie van-ish, if you will. But today, we only have a couple more weeks left until Hot Rod Power Tour. And this is Plan B, because Plan A is back there in the garage, and it's half stripped apart again. So we have to make sure that we can have something to take on Hot Rod Power Tour. If it's this, if it's that, if it's something else we buy later on down the road, we need to go. We already bought our ticket. So today we're gonna clean this up, see if it needs some stuff, which it does, and try to get this drivable so we can have a backup plan. So let's look around and see what we have going. It's been pretty well sealed up for about the last, I don't know, 6 or 8 months. And I haven't really even messed with it. So hopefully nothing has crawled in here and made this van its home. All right, so everything looks to be in order. There's that battery I was missing. This was hooked up to an inverter, which was over there, and it had a TV in it, which I took out because we were leaving this sit around for a while. We have some extra, this is not really shag carpet, but it's shaggy carpet maybe. And it's got some debris on it. We need to get out. We got our little bed back here. We got a little cooler refrigerator deal here. And nothing in there. So we are all good to go. Everything looks to be as it was when I parked it. Now this up here, this is shag carpet. This was the original. So yeah, everything looks to be about as it was, just a little bit more dirty. I have to get in there and vacuum things out and get it cleaned up a little bit. The outside is dirty. Sitting underneath these trees really does a number on the paint. So we're gonna have to get that cleaned up, maybe run it down to the old car wash and hit it real good. Our side pipes, we got to double check, make sure we got all our clamps and everything on there. Tires, we're gonna need some new tires on it. The tires are not very good on there. And a roof vent. It had a little bit of a hole in the roof there where a vent goes without a cover on it. So we're gonna have to get a cover on the old vent. And I want to look at this spare tire, see if it's any good, so we can go on the tour and have a spare tire. Besides that, I think we're pretty good. Let's get it fired up here. Yeah, pretty much starts right on up. Don't have a horn. We have our brake light on. Do we have wipers? We have wipers. The blades probably aren't any good. There we go. The tint on this window was peeled off, and this is bubbling here. So we got glue all on the windows we can hardly see through. So that's gonna have to be addressed as well. So there's a whole lot of little things that we have to do here. Of course, the first thing we probably ought to do is check the fluids. It's already running and nuts are already falling out of it. So we have critters that's been in there. It's already running, so let's check the transmission fluid first. We should have We should have checked the oil first before we even started it up, but that's okay. It probably has oil in it. There's an AC compressor in here. I doubt that works anymore. It's full. It's medium. It's not brown, but it's not nice and red as well. So that's the thing. What's this? How come we have a, why do we have another power wire, a red wire going down there? I don't know. We'll have to figure that out. We have a red wire battery terminal right there. I don't know why that's like that. And it looks like it has some new brake lines on it too. Yeah, let's check the oil. It's our dipstick too. Ow, that's hot. Yeah, it's because it was running. That's why we check it first. Those van dipsticks are long and go past the exhaust manifold. It's full and it looks medium, just like the transmission fluid does. But we're gonna change that later. But yeah, there's a AC compressor. It doesn't look original. It says York Automotive, so I'm guessing that's an aftermarket air compressor. It turns still. There's a pulley. It looks like it hasn't been used for a long time. Man, look at the hose there. Look how swollen that is down there. Wow, that hose is swollen really good. Where do you find a radiator hose for a 1977 Chevy van? Rock Auto maybe? I think we need to change that too. That looks scary. Oh, the one alternator belt, so we don't have any backups. We might want to change that or take a spare. Fuel pump down there, wonder how good that is. Gotta pull the cover off and look at the engine. Okay, let's get this guy out of the way. Come on. Oh, there we go. Looks like an engine. Definitely having some oil leaking out of the valve covers, which is not a hard thing to get to. Wonder how old this is. Oh, there's some water. Can you see? I don't know if you can see it or not, but there's some water settling down in there. So we need to pull that off. We should replace that. I like to run the metal filters in there. It probably heats up more, but I feel better because it's not plastic. That carburetor seems okay. There's another fuel filter in the carburetor there that we should try to get to. The spark plugs, they look a little bit older. They almost look like they have green writing on it, which would be old. Hopefully that's not the case. Probably R45 TS's. There's a line that doesn't go anywhere. It must be the old fuel line right there, I'm gonna guess. Besides that, everything looks pretty decent. Just a little bit of a oil leak on the valve covers. Maybe some old plugs. Maybe we do a tune-up on it, maybe. And fuel filters, and then we should be good there. All right, let's get this backed into the garage and start working on stuff. The first thing I'm going to do is unload all these extra parts and vacuum this thing out because it's a little dirty in there. All right, I'm just going to hit the old carpets here with a vacuum This carpet really traps the dirt in there real good. So we got to give it a good deep vacuum cleaning here. It really, this stuff is really hard. It's really hard to get this dirt out of here. You got to back and forth a lot. All right, we'll get it. Well, I'm done vacuuming. That took a while because this carpet is just so hard to vacuum. There's still a little bit of stuff in there. It covers up whatever you're trying to vacuum out. I got to hit this spot a little bit. There's still some more junk in there. Put down a little throw rug or something right here. Almost have to maybe brush this with a comb or a brush or something to get all this stuff out. It really gets in to this fabric and covers the dirt up, and then you can't vacuum it out very good. But got all the big stuff. It looks a lot better. I'm probably gonna have to take the sheets off of this thing, off of this bed here. Take those and wash them. These are relatively new. The mattress is new as well, newer, so we don't have to worry about that. Just need to wash this off a little bit. Okay, so I've been fooling around underneath the hood thing here, and I want to change these valve cover gaskets because they are leaking. You would think this would be super simple because the engine's right here, but there's stuff that goes, you know, over it. This hose is going to the filter, and we got this transmission dipstick tube in the way. It's bolted down. We got this, we might be able to squeeze by here. We got wiring harness all in the way. We got this oil dipstick tube in the way, which is also bolted down. And I just took the bolt out of that one. So this is a fill tube right here, because of course it would be rather difficult to put oil in your van unless you have an extension. Oh, look at that junk on there. Hopefully that's just some moisture from the weather. Put that there. It would be nice to have a new seal. Look at that gunk right there though. That's not pretty, but I just think it's moisture from this thing sat all winter. Already took the bolts out of here. Did I get them all? There we go. Yeah, I got this wiring harness here. Pull that out of there. Pop this guy out of here maybe. Get out of there. There we go. Oh, well, look at that. It's got so much silicone on it. I wonder how it is that it leaks. Probably leaking from right there. Is there even a gasket on there, or is that just all silicone? It is. There's no gasket. There's no gasket. It's all just red silicone. Well, at least it comes off easy. Holy cow. Yeah. We'll put a gasket on there. Good old-fashioned cork gasket, probably. Okay. It's still got moisture underneath the valve covers. So again, I'm pretty sure that's all just boy, that oil's thin. Man, I sure hope that's just from the moisture sitting over the winter. There's drain hose here. I think, is there one here too? Or is there just one here? That one's open. So always make sure these drain holes are open, since you got to be in here anyway. But all this was not chattering, so it's all in good shape. I thought I saw a piece of gasket there, but no, there's no gasket on there at all. Okay, in typical me fashion, things escalated again, and I kept finding things that I didn't like. So we took the valve covers off, and then I was looking at the carburetor, and I much didn't like the way it looked. Plus I pulled one of the vacuum lines off, and it was all crumbly. So I decided to take the carburetor off, and the base plate gasket is really bad. And these extensions right here were blocking off part of the primaries. So you got blockage from the gasket right there, so that's not helpful. So we need a new gasket. This is the vacuum advance line. I put a new rubber hose on it. The other part came out of the carburetor, so I can't remember where I put that, but the carburetor is over here. And then I went and took this out. Like I said, this is where the filter goes. There's no filter in that one, but we did have a filter on it, which was full of water. So I also did not like how short this fill line was. It just had this clamp going over it, so that's really, I don't know. I mean, it worked. It was working just fine, but I pulled this one off another carburetor, so we got a little bit more lead there. Plus we got what looks like a good filter, so I'll shove that guy in there, and then we'll have something that'll make me feel a little bit better, because now we have plenty of grip for this line to go on to. I gotta put the vacuum advance tube back in the carburetor here. I'll spray this down later, get it all cleaned up, and I have to go get a gasket. A few other minor things. Since I was at it, I only had orange, so I went ahead and spray painted the valve covers. Not that you can see them underneath the van cover there. Plus the block is a blue block. Nothing matches. Now it's going to have painted parts on top of old nasty parts, but maybe that'll keep the valve covers fresh and keep them from rusting out later on down the road. But I cleaned up underneath there a little bit. Everything looks better. I'm going to check some of the other lines. I'm probably going to replace this this line here too, vacuum advance line, the other end of it, so we don't have any problems. I probably ought to pull that distributor cap and look at it and see what's underneath there as well. We'll do that tomorrow. I think we're pretty much done for today, so we'll come right back and we'll get started on putting it back together, hopefully, and getting it fired back up again. And just like that, we are back. It's another day, and I brought a few things that I want to try out for the van. So I bought this carburetor just because it was a good deal off of I don't know, Marketplace or eBay maybe. It's been so long ago, but it says it's for a 80 to 89 GM 305 to 350 Rochester carburetor, Quadrajet. This is a 77? What was that van? 77, yeah. So it looks like this has a vacuum actuated choke on it, or this one has an electric choke on it. So we should be able to wire up a wire for that. And it looks like it has a vacuum port here that this one doesn't have, and maybe a couple other small things. It appears to have the feed line coming out in the same spot, and PVC valve maybe. Okay, might have to get these out and compare them side by side, I guess. Well, the new one, it definitely has more vacuum ports on it. 1, 2, 3, 4 vacuum ports. None of that's on here. 5 vacuum ports. These are already 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's more vacuum port. There's another vacuum port down here. It's got all the vacuum ports on it. But most importantly, this linkage appears to be the same linkage as on here. And this is, well, that one we'll use. That's for the PVC valve right there to there. We got a vacuum port here, which we can use that one, whatever this goes to. The transmission. And looks like a brake. Is that the brake? You might have to make something there for there. That must be the brake booster. Should be able to set something up there, but I think we can use this carburetor. So I'm going to get to giving that a try, see if we can bolt that carburetor on there and get it set up. If not, we'll just clean this up. I'm pretty sure this is a good carburetor. It's just dirty, and I'm not even sure that the choke actually works on this one. And I also got our valve covers all painted up, and the gaskets sealed to one side of the valve covers there, so I can put those back on without the gaskets falling around. So we'll get these guys put back into place. We'll get that carburetor on. Was there something else we needed to do? I've been gone for a couple of days now, and I've already forgotten where we were at in the process, of course. But let's get this stuff put back on. Oh, we got to change the oil. I bought some oil and a filter for it, so we can change the oil while we're underneath here. Okay, so I am running into some problems here with the old choke. This is the little choke that has a little heat coil inside of it. It heats up and opens up the choke. I've tried to take this off, but this bolt is frozen in here, stripped. I don't want to break this off and not be able to use this again. And I don't know, this is not fitting right on here. I mean, that's kind of in the way, kind of not, but it seems to be hitting on something else as well. It's not laying flat for some reason. I think that what is it? Well, maybe it's just this. Does it lay flat now? Yeah. If I bolt it down like that, I don't know whether to use this one or just use the other one. I have to change this port here. That is a good question. I think we're going to bolt the old one back on and see if it works well. I mean, it was running just fine before. I mean, I did have some problems with the choke, but if I hook this one up, I still might have problems with the choke. Okay, let's go back. Let's go back with the old carburetor on there with the gasket, because we needed a new gasket on it because this one was complete garbage, and see how it runs. If it runs fine, we'll leave it alone. We might take that one on the tour as a spare just in case something goes wrong, or maybe not. But I think we should, I think we're just going to use the old carburetor on there since it was working just fine. And it's the actual one that belongs on there without all these crazy vacuum ports. And I guess we'll just have to save this one for another car combination. All right, this is our old carburetor that we're gonna go with. I'm gonna spray it down with this is actually brake cleaner. Not a whole lot of difference in between brake cleaner and carburetor cleaner besides the price. So, I mean, it works just fine for carburetors, and it's cheaper. So we're going to clean this right up here. Throw it on there. If it doesn't work, then it's going to work. I mean, it worked just fine before. Ah. Well, I was really getting gunked off of there. This works great. Brake cleaner works great as carburetor cleaner. Get down inside. All right, that looks pretty good. Let's get this put on there. So I just got done with the carburetor there. The brakes clean and junk. So the PCV valve is pretty rock hard, the line to it. But more importantly, this little vacuum line right here that goes to this pod, what does it actuate? I think it actuates the secondaries on this one. Opens up the butterflies there on top. I think we need to replace this line because it is garbage. I mean, it is just, it's not even hard, it's mushy and cracked all over the place. So that could be an issue there. We got some more line here, and I'll just simply cut that to fit, like so. Slide that guy right on in there, like maybe. It's a little difficult. I think I cut it too long. Now there it goes. Okay, there we go. And just like that, we have a new line on there. That polished up nice, huh? The front end of the carburetor, it all looks good. I put a filter in there, got it all cleaned up, and it looks pretty good. It's still a little grungy here and there, but I believe this is going to work for us just fine. Oh, and don't forget about the PCV as well. Oops, you can't hear it over there. My microphone's over here, but as long as it's making the rattly sound like that, you're fine. I blew a little carburetor cleaner through it because I didn't buy a new one. So it should be fine. And we got a new softer line on there that's not all cracked up, so that'll prevent another vacuum leak. And I think that's gonna do it. We're ready to slap this guy back together. Now with that new carburetor, oh, whoops. It did come with a new gasket, one of those thick ones. Hopefully that'll prevent any vapor lock situations from it getting hot. I dropped these little jets that it comes with too, so we'll put that all back in there. And then forget that we use this gasket, and when we go to use that on something else, the actual new carburetor, we'll have to go find a new gasket for it, I guess. Okay, I am just finishing up the install on the old carburetor here. I still got to find an upper radiator hose because that one is just swollen up so bad. I called up the local auto parts store. We won't say which one, but I think it's a pretty common problem nowadays that it's really hard to find parts for the older vehicles. When they used to hang on the shelves back in the day, they said they would have to order the upper radiator hose, and it would cost $67 for an upper radiator hose for an old van. That is ridiculous. I'm pretty sure we can go home and order it from Rock Auto, and it'll be here in time. This one probably would hold up, but I don't want to find that out. I probably should order the lower one too. I haven't even looked at that one, but I think we need to see if this will start. We have everything plugged back in where it should go. It kind of looks that way. Probably have to crank this for a minute because there's no gas in the line or anything. I dumped the carburetor out as well when we cleaned it up. So, and we put a new fuel filter on it. Oh, starting to come around. Give it a few pumps here. There we go. Yeah, as soon as you got gas, it started right up. Sounds pretty good. Yeah, I think we're gonna be okay like that. And it dies. Of course it does. But yeah, it should be fine. It should be fine. I think that choke is opening up too soon though. Choke is a little bit early. Sounds good though. Okay, now I think we're okay. Okay, next up is time to change the old oil. Let's see. I'm backwards, so righty loosey, lefty tighty, I guess. When you're upside down. Now, I'm gonna try not to make a big mess. That initial taking the plug out always seems to do it. So I'm gonna hold this pan up here a little bit and then take the plug out and let her down. Yeah. Oil seems a little thin, really, and it's still cold. I just fired it up just for those few seconds you saw it. So it's not like it's hot and thin. It's cold and thin. So definitely need changing there for sure. Oh, where's that filter at? There she is up there. I wonder if they put it on Gorilla tight or not. Yeah, it's Gorilla tight. Oops. Oh, I made a mess anyway. Oh, man. Oh, you got to chase the... Oh, I'm still making a mess. You got to chase the oil. I don't want to set the pan in it, but I don't want to make a mess too. Okay, well, let me clean that up, get the oil filter off, and get this changed. So changing the oil is one of the easiest things that anybody can do in routine vehicle maintenance. But it always winds up being a mess, and I even got it in my hair. I'm not sure how that happened. If oil changes weren't so high nowadays, I would just take it into the local oil and lube place and just have it done. But oil change used to cost like $35, someplace like $25. Last time I got my oil change was like 70 bucks. So that's not gonna happen. I will just invest in more paper towels. So my oil of choice today will be Super Tech. And for you cheap guys that know, this is Walmart oil, and it's pretty much the cheapest stuff you can buy. I buy it in the gallons, it's cheaper that way. But it's a 1540, the good old truck dinosaur oil. So hopefully it has all, I didn't look, but it should have the all the juice. What do you call that? Yeah, it doesn't say. It doesn't say if it has the good stuff in it or not, but we're gonna put it in there. We're gonna put it in there anyway, just because it's cheap and it's oil, and I don't think it's gonna make a whole lot of difference in this what we put in it. And for some of you, you're probably noticing right about now, I put the valve covers on backwards. You know, the fill tube is supposed to go on the other side, so we can run the fill tube all the way out to the front, so we can fill it from the front instead of having to take the engine cover off. I'm not taking it back off and redoing it. I am going to put a cap on this side, and if I have to put more oil in it, I am going to remove the engine cover and put it in that way. That'll teach me to pay more attention to what I'm doing. Okay, that's 4 there. One more. Zinc. That's what I was trying to think of and couldn't think of it before. Hopefully this oil has zinc in it. Oh, and he spills it on the shag. Not good. Messy guy. So, does it have zinc in it? Well, I can absolutely not tell if this has zinc on it or not. It says low emission diesel advanced wear protection. So, low emission diesel and advanced wear protection kind of leads me to think it doesn't, because I don't think zinc is good for the DEF systems on trucks. But I don't know, it just doesn't say. It does say that this product can expose you to chemicals including benzene, B-E-N-Z-E-N-E, which is known to the state of California, and apparently nobody else, to cause cancer and birth defects or other reproductive harm. That would be unfortunate since we got it all over us now. But we're not in California, so I guess it doesn't apply here. And nothing left to do but to take this old rubber off of this fill cap, tube that goes to the fill cap, and gently squeeze this one here on with a little breather on it. There we go. Yeah, that's all messed up too. Everything, all these rubber seals are garbage on this thing. It's really bad when it's the van and it just cooks underneath this cowl all the time. Yeah, I think we can put the air cleaner back on. Oh, no, we're not. We're gonna wait until we get that hose put on before we do all that stuff. But oil change is done. Okay. These covers are never easy to get back on. You have to get the seat turned just right. Wiggle it in here. There was a stand right here, and it's a little flimsy, so it kind of broke a little bit. I don't have a good cup holder. I think we're gonna have to do something about that. But you gotta get these gotta get those covers lined up and stuck in there properly, or you just have a bunch of hot air blowing in. Well, it's all buttoned up, and it's time to go for a test drive. And it also is absolutely filthy, so we definitely need a car wash. So I think we're gonna go on into town, hit the coin-operated car wash, and clean this up and give it a test drive. See if we're gonna be safe enough to go on Hot Rod Power Tour this year with the van. So this is plan B. Let's see if it's a go. Okay. 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 This is actually another day, and it's cold, and apparently that choke just doesn't work. There she goes. Needs more choke. Now we're cooking. And so no one doesn't complain, it just has a lap belt. So if it looks like I'm not wearing a seatbelt, I am wearing a seatbelt. There's just not one of those. Probably a good way to get pulled over, not having a shoulder belt, but if it doesn't come with one, you don't have to wear one. Here we go. First test drive. Oh, got the AC open. She's shifting. Oh, the seats lean back a little bit too far. Is there an adjustment on this? Yeah, we'll find it later. Oh, the seat's cushy like it came out of an RV or something. Or a custom van, probably. Well, I guess this is a custom van. I don't think it started life out as a custom van, but it's a custom van now. We need gas. We need gasoline. think our gauges are working. The oil pressure gauge really, it's in the middle, but it's bouncing around. I don't think it works very well. Volts seem to be working. Gas gauge, I think it works. If it does, it's dead on E. And the temperature gauge is right on cold because we just started it up. Hopefully it works. All right, let's get into town. Oh, this has expired plates on it. Expired plates that are not in my name yet, but it has plates. Oh, just that mirror. Everything's so manual on this vehicle. It's good. Horn? No horn. I don't even know if I have AC. Running? Okay. Give it a little gas. Oh, I don't feel the kickdown. I know I hooked up the kickdown cable. 4 barrels opened up. It's a little sluggish. Running about 50-ish. It's okay. In fact, I hear a slight deceleration and whine. I don't know if you can hear that or not. Nothing there, nothing there. A little bit right there. Oh, there you go. Oops, stuttering. The slower I go and let off the gas, the more you can hear that deceleration and whine. What is that? Is it the tires? Shouldn't be the tires. If it was the tires, it should do it all the time, right? Transmission. Did we check the... Yeah, we checked the transmission fluid. It was fine. It was medium. Oh, what about the rear end? It sounds like it's coming from right in the middle, but the rear end noise can travel up through the drive shaft and make a little bit of noise. But we'll get it to the car wash, get it cleaned up, and let her warm up, see if she still makes a noise on the way back. All right, sorry about the weird camera angle, but I forgot the tripod, and this is the only place I have to mount the camera. So I'm just gonna blow this off real quick, hit it with the old pressure washer here and some soap, and get this thing cleaned up. I mean, it's making a big difference already. It's just been sitting outside underneath some trees. So let's get a time lapse going, shall we? Well, that looks way better. And I was spraying it off, just thinking, it's like, we don't have a name for this van. I don't usually name my vehicles. They often come with names already, but I was thinking, what could we name this white van? And I was thinking, well, what about Van of White? Van of White? Vanna White? Vanna? Huh? Yeah? No? Corny? Probably. But leave your comments below. Thank you very much. It looks good though. The side pipes came out gleaming, very nice. It really shows off this dents, the dents in here. The problem with these fenders, they just don't unbolt. They're kind of welded on there in a place or two. So you can't just simply pick up another fender, bolt it on, and go about your merry way. That has to be welded on, and of course, it makes it difficult to get it back off again once it's on there. Get on there. You stay here. All right, there we go. Well, let's get back on the old test drive and see if it's still making weird noises. Okay, pulling out of the car wash. She just died. Oh, there she goes. She didn't want to start there for a minute, so I was a little worried. Kind of a low idle. Smells a little gassy. Yeah. I just only put 3 gallons worth of gas in it. I'm kind of worried that there was some water in the gas tank, because we had about half the gas filter was water. So I had a lot of water in the filter, but it didn't have very much gas in it. I just put 3 fresh gallons in it, so we should probably may have a little bit of gas still, or water still left in it. Maybe that's the issue why it died there, but she just cut out for no good reason whatsoever. Still making that noise though. I don't know if you can hear that or not. We'll get up to some speed here in a minute, and maybe you can hear it a little bit better. Tell me what you think. All right, I ran through the drive-through to simulate some of the conditions of standing in line at Hot Rod Power Tour. Got my microphone here in hand, so I can hold it down here a little bit closer, and maybe you can hear this noise. It only does it when I decelerate. So let's listen. You hear that? When I accelerate, it goes away. Decelerate. It doesn't. I mean, that's obviously a rotational noise. Do you hear it? What is that? I'm a little concerned. Do we just roll with it? And what happens, happens? I don't know. Besides that, the van is running really good. Besides that, it stopped that one time. But that could just be getting out some of that old gas. I think if we run it long enough, put a couple more gallons through it of fresh gas, I think it'll be okay on that front. Now the temperature gauge does not appear to be working. Oil gauge really doesn't work. It really needs a set of those aftermarket gauges, but considering what happened last time, I don't know if I want to do that or not. It accelerates fine. Shifts through all the gears. Rides okay. Could probably use a set of front shocks, but yeah, it's okay. It's just that deceleration whine that's really getting me. It'll probably be okay. We'll go out here and touch the wheel hubs and the rear end, see if those things are warm. We probably ought to check the rear end gear loop too, see if that's low. I'm trying to smell here, see if I smell anything. Nothing weird. And it just died. We're coasting. Why'd it die? Ah, that's not good. Uh-oh. We're right across the street from Street Rat Garage Worldwide headquarters, and it's a little downhill, so we're just gonna coast on in here. There we go, we made it. We're safe now. And then we'll try to restart it. A couple pumps. Yeah. Oh, it started up and died. We have bad gas. I think we have bad gas. It's idling fine now. That's what I'm going to chalk it up to. Might need to pull that fuel filter out again and drain it. I can smell hot. Not really hot, but just something smells warmer than it should be. Brakes are fine. Boy, the drum brakes are really cool. It makes me wonder if they're even working. Well, that is super cool to the touch. We might not have any rear brakes. It shouldn't be that cool. Huh. Man, that is cool. Try the other side. No, that's the same way. That is cool. Cool, like we didn't ever use them. As a matter of fact, the tires are warmer than the brake drums. That shouldn't be. Rotors are warm. I'm not going to reach in there and touch them, but I mean, all this is a lot warmer than anything back there. They're warm, but they're not hot. This guy over here, yeah, same. Not too hot. Not too hot, not too cold. What about that rear end? What about that axle tubes? Oh, come on. Is that a 12 bolt? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah, a 12 bolt. It's warm. This has been removed, yeah. Feels a little bit warm at the hump here. I think somebody's been in here. Yeah, that's sealant. Somebody's been in here once. Wonder if they filled that up all the way. It could be an issue. Okay, so I'm under here and it's dark. So I got my flashlight out. It looks like this drive shaft has been, I don't know, it's been taken out. This rear end has been resealed, but this is kind of what I found right here, and I think is what's causing our noise. If I can get this camera right. Oh, can you see? That's a little bit low. How about there? Ouch. Huh? Yep. Pinion slop. Look at that. Shoot. That's a lot. I don't think it's a deal breaker, but I'm concerned. What would you guys do? Would you roll with that just like that, or just try to find another rear end to toss in there? The carrier bearing's been replaced. I replaced these back shocks. Somebody's been into the Somebody's been into the rear end and we have pinion slop. Can that be taken out by tightening it up? Or what? I don't know. I'm not a differential guy. Oh, it's got brake lines on it too back here. But I don't know if the brakes work. There's a lot of work that's been done back here, actually, underneath it here. It looks pretty good under here. It's just that pinion slop. That's a 12-bolt rear end. Do all vans? No, all vans don't have a 12-bolt, right? Maybe the older ones? I don't know. I think we just ride with it, right? See what happens? Okay, that is an option. Well, there's only 1 week left, so we have to make a decision, definitely. I don't think I'm going to find a 12-bolt van rear end anytime soon. Might be able to, but I'm going to research that. I really don't want to crack it open and get into a can of worms and the ring gear be worn out. I mean, it's not making the noise that bad. But we are going all the way to Oklahoma, and that's going to involve not a whole lot of highway miles, but we're going to be on the interstate for a little bit in some points. But you know, what's that like? It's like going to be 200 miles a day. I think we would be okay just running it like that. I don't think anything's going to happen to that rear end. It's not making that bad a noise. It's not clunking or anything. It's fine during acceleration. It's just that deceleration, that pinion gear is just moving a little bit and making the pinion gear whine against the ring gear a little bit. We're not going to be doing burnouts. We're not going to be going down the drag strip. I think we'll be okay. So plan B is ready. I might clean it up a little bit. I got some tires I can put on it, and I think we'll be good to go with plan B here. So we have a ride for sure to Hot Rod Power Tour. I have one more idea, plan C. I'm going to go look at it today. I saw something on Facebook Marketplace I kind of like. So plan C. Plan A, we can't get it done in time. Plan B should be okay. So I'm going to go look at plan C right now and see if it's a viable option as well. There's also a plan D. Did I say plan D before in this video? I can't remember, but I think I said it before. I actually bought a Ford Exploder on Facebook or on govdeals.com, and I already paid for it. I just have to go pick it up, and it's like a police car. It's all decked out with police lights and everything on it. So that's a plan E. We have something to take. We're going to Hot Rod Power Tour. We're taking something. I would like to take this, save on hotel rooms. But I'm going to go look at plan C right now. So that is going to wrap it up for this episode of Street Rack Garage. Until next time.